Ladies and gentlemen, good day and welcome to the NBCC Q4 FY22 earnings conference call hosted by ICICI Securities Limited. As a reminder, all participant lines will be in the listen-only mode, and there will be an opportunity for you to ask questions after the presentation concludes. Should you need assistance during the conference call, please signal an operator by pressing star then 0 on your touchtone phone. Please note that this conference is being recorded. I now hand the conference over to Mr. Anshuman Ashit from ICICI Securities Limited. Thank you, and over to you, sir.
Thank you, Rotuja. On behalf of ICICI Securities, I would like to thank the management for giving us this opportunity to host this call. Today, the management of NBCC India Limited is represented by Mr. P.K. Gupta, Chairman cum Managing Director, Srimati B.K. Sokhi, Director Finance, Shri Rajendra Chaudhary, Senior Executive Director Engineering, Mr. Pawan Kumar, Executive Director Engineering, and Mr. Pradeep Sharma, Chief General Manager Engineering. The call will start with brief remarks from the management, after which we'll open the line for the Q&A session. Thank you, and over to Mr. Gupta for your initial remarks. Thank you, sir.
Good morning, everybody. I'm happy to announce the results of financial year 21-22 and to declare that we have been able to achieve total consolidated income nearing about rupees 8,000 crore and PBT of around rupees 400 crore approximately. And these are significantly better in operating margins and EBITDA margins as compared to the fourth quarter. Fourth quarter is better than the last year's fourth quarter. Our standalone order book as of now stands around 50,000 crore and consolidated order book stands around 60,000 crore. And we have an ongoing construction work of around 22,000 crore consolidated level. As far as the business secured is concerned, standalone business we secured around 6,000 crore and consolidated business we secured around 8,000 crore during last year. Our flagship project number one is Amrapali project, which is going on in full swing. We awarded all 24 projects. All 24 projects are, the work is going on. 2 projects have been completed. In last year, we have handed over 1,000 flats to home buyer, and further about 1,200 flats are ready to be handed over to home buyer. And total about 2,400 crore worth of work in this project have been completed, out of which 1,200 crore worth of work was completed in 21-22. And a large amount of labor of around 12,000 are working at these sites of Amrapali. Another major achievement in Amrapali has been that we have been, since there is a gap between the amount that is being received from home buyer and the funding that is required for construction, we have been able to arrange funds for these projects, 650 crore for 6 projects from SBI CAP and 1,500 crore for balance projects by a consortium of 7 PSU banks. That has been a major achievement for these projects. And the funds are now moving. Rupees 150 crore has been released as the first tranche of rupees 1,500 crore by 7 consortium banks. And SBI CAP has also released sufficient amount of funds for 6 projects. Now the sale of Amrapali flats is also being done by NBCC, and we have been able to sell more than 300 flats till now. And we appointed channel partners who are selling the flats, and some of the flats we are selling directly also. Another shot in the arm of NBCC in this year that we have been able to start the single largest project of overseas in Maldives, social housing project, which is valuing rupees 1,000 crore approximately. So it has been awarded in 3 packages, and work on all 3 packages has been started. This is the single largest project of overseas in the history of NBC. It's on EPC basis awarded by Government of Maldives, and funding is through buyer's credit of Exim bank, and therefore funding is assured. Our another flagship project is 3 GPRA redevelopment project, in which in Nauroji Nagar we have sold 4,500 crore worth of inventory till now, and about 50% work on this project has been completed. And we have taken up the works in Netaji Nagar and Sarojini Nagar, which are ongoing. So these are my opening remarks, and now it's open to questions.
Thank you very much. We will now begin the question and answer session. Anyone who wishes to ask a question may press star and 1 on the touchtone telephone. If you wish to remove yourself from the question queue, you may press star and 2. Participants are requested to use handsets while asking a question. Ladies and gentlemen, we will wait for a moment while the question queue assembles. The first question is from the line of Rohit Natarajan from Antique Stock Broking. Please go ahead.
Yeah, thank you for this opportunity. So, my first question is what is the standalone order backlog as of now? Hello?
Yes, please.
The standalone order backlog.
Standalone order backlog is around 50,000 crore rupees.
Sir, last quarter, you said it was 55,000 crore. We had execution maybe of not more than 1,800 crore. And now you say the order backlog is revised down to 50,000 crore. Is there a cancellation of 3,000 crore?
Yes, in fact, there was a project of Gitorni redevelopment project. So that has been closed by government, and that's no more there in the order book. That is why there is a reduction in the order book.
Okay. So now we can say maybe 270 billion is confined to redevelopment and 230 is in cost plus model. Billion. I mean 27,000 crore to redevelopment and 23,000 to cost plus model.
Broadly in this order.
Sure. And your consolidated order backlog will be?
60,000 crore.
Okay. Sir, out of this headline number of 50,000 crore, how much is actually awarded to contractors, or what is the quantum of work happening on ground?
Out of 50,000, about 18,000 crore worth of works are going on.
Okay. And
value of the ongoing contract.
Okay. How much are you having aspirations to award, as in this particular year? How much do you propose to award it to the contractors?
Around 8,000 crore we plan to award during the current year.
Okay. And what will be your guidance for this year in your standalone revenue?
Standalone value will be 6,000 crore.
Okay. Sir, Amrapali project, you claim that almost like 7,500 works complete.
More than that. Our target is more than 6,000 crore.
Okay.
6,000 will achieve, but target is in the range of 7,000 crore. Please tell me.
Yeah. So my question is on Amrapali project. When we say that 7,500 works of projects is happening on ground, usually these kind of building projects, when funding is in place, 100% execution is happening, they should get concluded within 2 years itself. So against a revenue trajectory of 3,500 crore, we are doing 1,200 odd crore. So where is the disconnect?
Last year there was issue of funds availability. because the money from home buyers is not coming in that order. But this year it has been sorted out, so our turnover from Amrapali should be much better. We have been able to get the loan, and we are in the process of selling the houses.
Okay. And sir, in the redevelopment projects, I see that it's continuing to be disappointing in terms of monetization, because sir, for last 2 years our cumulative monetization has not moved beyond that 5,000 crore benchmark. So what exactly is the problem over there, sir?
The real estate market during the last 2 years was sluggish, but we hope that during the current year things will improve.
Okay, okay. And finally, if I may ask one more question, the EBITDA margin is almost like 3.5% in this particular quarter. Is there a provision right back or some non-linear elements in it?
Our Director of Finance will answer this question.
Sure.
Rishikesh, you please explain this to the Rohit.
So EBITDA margin does not include the other income from NBCC.
No, I'm talking about the provision right back, ECL provision.
ECL provisions. ECL provision, there was a reversal of ECL provision because we have received the old amounts from our certain debtors from the client, which has impacted the reversal of ECL provisions amounting to 42 crore.
Okay, amounting to 42 crore of ECL revision.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And if I have to squeeze in that other income part too within this, like the seed money, how much of it is booked in the accounts and how much of cash is realized?
Seed money we have been invested to the tune of 1160 crores in the various redevelopment projects, including the Gomti Nagar and EMS and this is 3 GPRA. So we are earning an interest of about 120 crores from them, which is including in the other income.
Okay, and how much of it is booked in form of cash? As in, it's accounting income, on how much of it is in cash? In
this current year, we have received around 240 crores from this year, from the interest which were charged earlier to the project. So we have received 240 crores in this financial year in cash, from the accounting point of view.
And how much of it's outstanding?
Total 1160 crores including the interest.
Okay.
950 is the principal amount and about 200 crores is the interest.
Okay. Sure, that's it from my side. Should there be any questions, I'll be back. Thank you.
Does that answer your question, Mr. Rohit?
Sure.
Hello?
Yeah.
Hi.
Hello. Sure.
Participants who wishes to ask a question may press star and 1. Anyone who wishes to ask a question may press star and 1 now. The next question is from the line of Parvez Akhtar Qazi from Edelweiss Securities. Please go ahead.
Hi, good afternoon, sir, and thanks for taking my question. So my first question is, in the year gone by, which is FY22, how much orders did we award to various contractors, say at the Concall level?
At a standalone level, it is 3,500 crores, and consolidated level, it is 5,000 crores.
Okay, and how much do we expect these numbers to be in FY23?
In FY23, regarding the work award?
Yeah.
It will be around 8,000 crores.
This will be at the Concall level or standard?
Yeah, consolidated level.
Yes. And in terms of consolidated revenue and EBITDA margin, what is it that we expect in FY23?
Parvez, can you repeat your question?
I'm saying for consolidated financials, what is the kind of revenues and EBITDA margins to be expected in FY23?
Revenue will be around 7,000 crore. EBITDA will be more than 400 crore.
Okay, you said EBITDA will be more than 400 crore. Did I get that right? You said EBITDA will be more than 400 crore?
No, I'm sorry, it will be around 300 crore.
Sure. That's it from my side, and all the best to you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Participants who wishes to ask a question may press star and 1. The next question is from the line of Rohit Natarajan from Antique Stock Broking. Please go ahead.
Yeah, thank you for the follow-up, sir. One question that I had was in terms of the real estate margins. It seems to be negative. What exactly is the nature of the loss here?
Actually, this year, our one of the projects, 37D, is situated at Gurgaon. 37D Gurgaon. The inventory has been written down by 100 crores of rupees because of the, as per the accounting standard, we have to take the cost value or NRV, whichever is lesser. So the NRV, the market price was getting evaluated and it was lower by 100 crores. So we have made a written impairment of inventory. That's why real estate is showing a loss of around 70 crores because of that only. Otherwise, all other projects are running in profit only.
So what is the cumulative land bank that you have? How much of it is in the form of inventory?
Land bank, 0 crore. Yes. Yes. From the cost point of view, it is about 700 crores land bank. And the total in, as per the area wise, it is 43 acres, 17 land parcels across India.
Okay. And this is expected to be booked in next 2 years? The inventory part.
Please repeat the question.
I was saying, what is the inventory of real estate that is about to be sold in the next 1 or 2 years?
We'll plan to sell our Alwar project. Then around 150 around 150 crores in 2 years, and mainly it will be Alwar, Kochi, Patna.
Sure. So just to get back into the earlier question, I asked about the ECL provision. Can you quantify the ECL provision right back for this quarter and last quarter, full year as such?
Fourth quarter in the it is 16 crore, to the tune of 16 crores.
Okay. And full year was 42 crore.
Yes.
Sure. That's it from my side. Thank you.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Pankaj Kumar from Kotak Securities. Please go ahead.
Yeah, hi. Good afternoon, sir. Am I audible?
Yes.
Yeah. Sir, question is related to the ongoing construction work. So you have 50,000 crore of order backlog at standalone. You said on Concall you are constructing on 22,000 crore of project. So what is the figure on the standalone?
Ongoing works are around standalone basis 18,000 balance amount of ongoing contract, and on consolidated basis it's around 22,000 balance amount of ongoing contract.
And sir, out of this 50,000 crore order book, which are the orders where we see some risk of cancellation, or it is very slow moving, or some issues are there?
Pardon me, we are not able to hear you.
Yes, so what I'm saying is you have a standalone order backlog of 50,000 crore. So which are the orders which are slow moving, or we see a risk of cancellation?
No, we don't see any risk of cancellation, but the redevelopment projects of 7 GPRA is comparatively slow moving because of the lower sale of inventory, lower sale of the project of Nauroji Nagar.
Okay. So, for next year, what are the order inflows that we are looking at, and which segment we are targeting? Because we have we have faced issues in redevelopment projects in terms of execution. So, which are the segment that we are targeting, and what is the order inflow guidance for next year?
New orders we are likely to secure this financial year will be around 6,500 crore.
We are targeting 6,500.
Yeah, and mostly these works are the PMC projects. They are starting from education, health, infrastructure projects, and also some redevelopment projects which are being under discussion with Ministry of Defence and other power sectors. ONGC, the land parcels are there. FPCL land parcels are there. So those also we are targeting this year.
You said you are also looking at redevelopment for the next year.
Yes, definitely.
So these will, will it be a smaller size project, or will we be looking for large sizes?
No, they are large size projects, around 2,000 crore worth projects.
And where they would be
Sorry?
Where they will be located in terms of geography?
In Delhi, one is located in Delhi, 3 land parcels of defence in the defence area. And other is IP in the power sector, in the plus power gas. There's Sarai Kale Khan, they got land parcel here. And then one land parcel we are discussing for the naval authorities in Visakhapatnam. 3 land parcels for them. So these are the land parcels. HPCL also has few land parcels in Bangalore and other areas which are under discussion.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, to ask a question, you may press star and 1. The next question is from the line of Akhil from Robo Capital. Please go ahead.
Hello, good afternoon. Am I audible?
Yes.
Hi. So I just wanted to clarify one regarding the consolidated revenue guidance that you have given around 7,000 crores. So this year you've done more than 7,000 crores itself in consolidated revenue. So I just want to know, is the guidance then proper?
The 7,000 crore guidance was for standalone.
So what would be the consolidated revenue guidance?
Consolidated will be 8,500.
8,500. Okay, fine. Okay, thank you so much. That's it from my end.
Thank you. Participants who wishes to ask a question may press star and 1 now. Anyone who wishes to ask a question may press star and 1. Reminder to everyone, to ask a question may press star and 1 now. Participants to ask a question may press star and 1. As there are no further questions, I would now like to hand the conference over to the management for closing comments.
With no further questions, our mainstay during the current year will be our Amrapali project and 7 GPRA. And we are going in a big way in redevelopment projects because that is where the scope of further business is. And we are also targeting some big foreign projects from Ministry of External Affairs, which are funded by Government of India and funded by Exim Bank. It's not possible to reveal the details of those projects, but we are targeting some big ticket overseas projects during the current year. So, guidance that has been given is 7,000 crore on standalone basis and 8,500 crore on consolidated basis, and hopefully we will achieve more than that. So, with that, I close my remarks. Thank you very much for attending the conference.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, for any other further questions and query, please contact Mr. Balakrishnan Singla, Investor Relations, NBCC. On behalf of ICICI Securities, that concludes this conference. Thank you for joining us, and you may now disconnect your lines.
Thank you, Mr. Gupta, and thank you to the management of NBCC India.
Thank you. Thank you.